Muppet Adventure Game. We're very excited to be featuring the Muppets, first of all, and adding a great new thing to the Midship Detective Agency.
Which case would you like to solve?
As Bob said, we have 3 cases now, and in the Muppet Adventure Game, you're helping Kermit and Pepe find the missing props because they're trying to put on a show, and they don't know who did it. And this is just a great, this is a thing where guests can really do on their own at their leisure throughout their entire cruise. So we have a kiosk here, headquarters down on deck 2, and another one up on deck 5. And it's especially great for sea days since, you know, you have so much time on the ship to really explore and get to know the ship. But I'm gonna have Kermit and Pepe teach you about all the Midship Detective Agency needs, and then we can try it out at one of the Enchanted Art pieces. So, there you go.
Welcome to the Midship Detective Agency. Which case would you like to solve? Please choose one.
This is coming along perfectly. I get rid of
Mickey!
the desk.
Hey, Mickey, where are... Pepe, what are you doing in Mickey's office? I have an important case.
Well, Milky Mouse is out to lunch, okay?
Okay.
I don't mean this disrespectfully.
Okay.
But he put me in charge, okay?
You gotta be kidding.
No, it's true. I'm in charge, so what is the problem?
Okay, listen, someone has taken all our props and we can't perform the show without them.
Oh, Kermit! Kissy, kissy!
No?
Now that we are on a romantic cruise, where are you taking off for dinner tonight, huh?
Piggy, I can't think about that. Someone has taken all our props and we can't perform our show without them.
I'm available.
Stuff it, shrimp!
Okay.
We'll talk about this later.
Good grief. Pepe, what we need is a real detective. Hey, how about you? Can you help us?
Oh, I don't think so, Kermit. I think we could do better, okay?
No, listen, really, we need your help to find our missing props or we won't be able to put on our show. You're gonna have to search all over the ship. Okay, folks, the detective trainer Susan will now explain how to help.
We will be issuing you a high-tech detective badge that you'll use to solve the case. Your team will share one badge. To use it, you will need to face the black and white pattern toward the center of the screen while holding it from the bottom. Make sure your fingers don't cover the pattern and keep the badge straight up and down. You will also need to stand on the mark. First, we'll need to activate your badge. Pick up one badge and stand on the mark. Now, hold up your badge with the black and white pattern facing the screen. Well done! Now move your badge until it matches exactly with the... Good job!
So this is all a part of the training for how to use your badge, and
now,
it identifies this specific badge number
magnifying glass
to
until you
my
find the
specific
key.
game.
Great work! Your badge can be used in different ways. You might need to rotate something slowly. Or some things might need to be pushed. And if it starts to look like this, and you hear this noise, it means your badge isn't straight up and down. So make sure you're holding it correctly. We will give you a casebook. It contains important information about each Muppet. They must all be considered suspects. On the back is a map showing locations where you'll need to search for clues. At each place, you'll find a piece of art. Hold up your badge toward the art and a location will be revealed. When you find a clue, write it down. This will help you narrow down the suspects and figure out who stole the props. Now, pick up a pencil and the casebook with the green label.
Pepe, did you get all that? Pepe, I said, did you get all that?
Not a word, but I love the way she talks.
Okay, well listen, let's start at the scene of the crime, the trunk of props. You'll find it at this location, so go there now.
And you know, I wanted to start at the soft serve ice creams, but...
No?
Okay, want to do your thing first.
Okay, find this painting on your map. We'll meet you there.
can have a different start location depending on your game, and it's different for everyone's card. And basically, right now I'm going to show you a location that we can play at Bambi. But really, each card is unique, and depending on who you, on when you register and how many times you play, if you register with the same card, you can get a different culprit each time. And over the Enchanted Art, you'll see different clues depending on what painting you see. And at each of the Enchanted Art pieces, it detects your presence as well as your face, so that it activates when people look at it. And when I hold up a card, it'll detect my special badge, and I can start playing the game.
Here we are at the scene of the crime, the empty trunk of props. Dun dun dun. Detectives, use your flashlight to look for clues.
So with each painting, you have full control of like what you need to look for, and hopefully you find a clue or a missing prop. Here,
Hey, what did you find?
I
A
found a
broken
clue.
clock. Great work, detectives. The culprit must have broken it. Do you know what this means?
Time to get a new clock?
Means we know the time that the crime took place. 1:47 p.m.
That seems like something that should be remembered and written down.
Like a clue.
See, go ahead and write it in your casebook.
Now let's look for more clues. Choose a painting from your map and we'll meet you there.
Did somebody call for a crime scene cleanup?
And I could be playing a totally different game too, and sometime in the game I come across Bambi, and I'm going to see a different clue.
Keep your badge.
Gee, I wonder why these parts are connected. That's suspicious. See if you can use your wrench to straighten things out. It's one of Animal's drumsticks.
The other one must be here somewhere, okay?
Right. Keep looking.
So there are lots of little mini puzzles as you come across each painting, as you help Kermit and Pepe find the clue
found
or
both
prop.
drumsticks.
Oh, drumsticks! Drumsticks! Drum pipes!
Hey, what was that on the drumsticks?
Looks like green paint. That's an important clue.
How is green paint a clue?
Only a few Muppets have been around green paint. If we know who they are, we'll know who could have taken the props.
That sounds like something that might be on the Muppet call board.
Good idea. Detectives, go to the Muppet call board now. It's marked with a green star on your map.
Hey fellas, steam room's open!
So with this game, as you heard from Pepe and Kermit, that you can visit the call board. And so we found a piece of clue, but we need to try to help piece it together. So we can go to the call board on deck 4 and figure out what does this green paint mean. There's another set piece that we can visit. I don't know if you guys have come across it yet, but it's Pepe's stateroom door. And so he's decorated it with all his fun excursions, and even left a number for you to call, so you can call him on your wave phone too. But these are just some added touches that we have for this new Muppet Adventure Game.
Yeah, two things to add to this is, technology is one end of it. It enables us to expand our storytelling on the ship, and so whereas a few years ago maybe this wouldn't be as easy for us to produce, nowadays we can take this as a tool, and it's, again, like I said yesterday, for a 7-day tour, you can play this game multiple times over the tour and not get tired of it. And we have a smart system so that you route you around the ship differently so that multiple groups don't run into each other. And so it's very flexible and allows us to update it. Like, we added the Muppet game for this ship, but we use the core of the technology from the Dream to add that. So these games are relatively easy to add to and become very flexible. Secondly, I just wanted to add too, in terms of technology, as we get more and more technological, in terms of the kind of people that we bring into the company that can produce shows like this. Karen's a perfect example of sort of a new generation of Imagineer that grew up with all this technology, and so the storytelling and the technology and all those tools that maybe I had to learn later in life. She grew up with it, my kids grew up with it, and so you'll see a new generation of Imagineer like her come through and be able to utilize this technology to give us more options for all the great storytelling that we do. So thank you very much for the little presentation. When we were play testing this, we have to be very careful what we put on there because people read into clues that aren't there.
Right.
And so Karen didn't mention this, but we play tested this in Glendale, California numerous times. We brought kids in after school. They went around a building. We have a warehouse, and we just ran them around the building. And because it's really interesting to see what people read into it. And we don't have the opportunity to make a lot of changes once we're on board, so we want to play test it as much as possible so that the changes are minimal, because we're always going to learn stuff from our guests anyway. We try to minimize that once we're in, so we try to bring hundreds of kids through and play it before we even bring it out here. But this is a really cute addition. The team came up with it. It gets a lot of oohs and ahs because it's so unexpected.